All right, good evening, lovely ladies, or afternoon, I should say. I am going to address my second video regarding my weight loss. So, I will start out by saying that I am not a medical professional. This is just simply some advice, some encouraging words, and things that have worked strictly for me that could possibly help you out as well. I will start out by saying that I do have some other medical issues that do make it a little bit harder for me to lose the weight. But these are the things that have worked for me. Before I even started exercising, I had slowly started into intermittent fasting. And I've learned to recognize to only eat when I'm strictly just hungry. And not eat otherwise, because I have learned that I am a stress eater. So I will eat all the time if I'm stressed, if I allow myself to. So with intermittent fasting, I have learned to just eat strictly when I'm hungry. I had also taken the energy to find a workout program that I absolutely love. There was somebody actually on my Instagram that I had been following for a couple months. She does her whole own weight loss program, or weight loss workout program. You can do it at home, you can do it at the gym, you literally can take it wherever. It's not Beachbody. It's called Team Burns Fitness, or you can look it up by Badass with Burns. It's $20 a month. You get a whole monthly planner. You can work out 6 days a week, or you don't have to. I have learned that for me, that if I follow a planner, that will help me stay consistent. So having it planned out for me, I am staying consistent, and I'm staying on track, and I'm doing what I feel I need to do. I had also, after that, slowly then incorporated that into intermittent fasting, and then finding things that I can eat that were really good for me. So, and yes, I do still eat bad sometimes, but I have just learned to, when I do eat bad, for example, like when we go out to a restaurant, just get the healthier options of what I eat. So I look at the healthier options on the menu, and I just eat in smaller portions. So for example, like the other night, I cooked my husband hamburger helper. I did eat some of it. I just ate it in a very, very small portion. And I did have a big salad on the side. So my main thing to eat that night for dinner was a big salad. So with that being said, yes, I do still eat bad sometimes, but I have learned to just eat in smaller portions so that I don't have to cut anything out, so that I don't have to restrict myself. Because when I get into that and I restrict myself, I end up calling it quits and I just stop altogether. Where it's if I don't restrict myself and still be able to enjoy the bad things, or have like a piece of cake at a birthday party, or like half a piece of cake, that kind of thing, then I feel like I'm rewarding myself versus completely just cutting everything out. Because if you allow yourself, and this has worked for me, if you allow yourself to treat yourself, and I'm not talking about a whole day of treating, I'm talking about bits and pieces here and there. So like if you have a small, like I'm trying to think of an example. Like if you go out to eat and they have a dessert menu, if you have half of it, or you share it with your spouse, just small things like that. I have also learned too that for me, that while doing all of that, it has come to the point where I don't cut anything out, just because I can't do it. Usually, and this goes with eating, drinking, anything, that sort of thing. It's all in all the categories. I had also, excuse me, have come to realize too that even though the scale has not moved very much in the last couple of months, things are starting to feel different. Like, for example, like my waist feels different, clothes are starting to feel different. So the number one thing also I can advise is do not let the scale define you. The scale is just a number. So do not let that become part of your weight loss, because when you do and you rely on that number for the scale, that's when you tend to fall off track. I have learned that in a very hard way. So I actually do not weigh myself very often. I usually weigh myself about once a month, or once every 2.5 weeks. I will weigh myself and I'll see where I stand. Other than that, I don't hop on the scale all the time. And another thing as well that I can also share is find the things that work for you. If you find something that works for you, do it 100%. Do not care or listen to other people and saying that that's not how you should be doing it. You need to do it this way, because everybody is different. Every person is different. So different things are going to work differently for different people. That has been the biggest thing too that I had struggled with when I had first started, was listening to other people on how it should be done and what I should be doing, and I'm not doing things the right way, and it became a big mess. So I just chose to do my own thing, listen to my body, and choose when I decide to take an extra rest day if I need it, or just cut certain things out altogether. Now, there are certain things that I have cut out of my diet altogether, but that is strictly just because I know that when I eat them the next day, I don't feel good at all. Food-wise, usually what I stick to is a huge bowl of salad. Usually, typically after my workout, I will have one. And then I do like chicken, some chicken, a lot of steak, a lot of tuna, and like hard-boiled eggs and fresh fruits and veggies. Those are my biggest things that I stick to, strictly because I feel the best, I feel the leanest, and I feel the most healthiest when I strictly eat those. So as far as eating, like I said, I don't necessarily cut anything out, but I do stick to a few certain things just to make it so that, because I know that that's what my body enjoys. I know how I feel when I eat those. So it's more or less just listening to my body. Another big piece of advice that I can give for anybody that's watching, if you find a workout program or you find something that you enjoy, don't hesitate to jump in. Just strictly jump in, because once you do and you get a routine down, it'll become your new normal. If you wait and you hesitate, it won't ever happen. And I have learned that one the hard way as well. The heaviest I had ever started out was 168 pounds. I'm down now to 144. I haven't really lost any more weight for the last few months, but I have noticed, like I said, things are changing within my body. My clothes fit different. I feel different. So it's not necessarily the weight that's changing, it's just the inches and that sort of thing. Another piece of advice I can give you is don't give up, because you are gonna be your number one person. If you're not gonna do this for yourself, there's no reason to do it. And I had learned that one the hard way as well. So make sure that if you're going to do this, you need to do it for yourself. Second of all, or third of all, I guess I should say, the best way to keep track, as another way that you can, is keep record of everything. So keep record of what you're eating, keep record of your weight, like once a month, keep a planner, that sort of thing. So you can, like, if you keep a record of what you eat, then you can go back on that list and cut out things that you may or may not have liked to eat, or that didn't make you feel good.
that sort of thing. And another piece of advice as well is do not give up, because if you're doing it for yourself, in the long run, you're not going to want to give up on yourself. So do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else but yourself. With that being said, as far as weight loss goes, that is a little bit about my journey, the little bit about advice that I can give, and what I've done to be where I'm at today. So hopefully this helps you. Hopefully you can take some of it and make it your own. And I'm excited to see and hear about all the weight loss journeys and the exciting things that happen along the way.